Vikings. Today is Friday, September 29th, and we are following a Day 7 schedule.
Just some announcements. Yearbooks are now on sale, and there will be an email going out shortly with the link to purchase them.
Prices will keep increasing, so be sure to buy them early while they are at their lowest price possible. Prices will rise the day before Thanksgiving, so be sure to get your orders in now.
Seniors, make sure to sign up for senior portraits through the link that was previously sent out in an email to your parents. If you have any problems, make sure to go see Mr. Donnelly or Ms. Irvine with any questions. If you don't want to purchase a sitting session, the school photo that you took on picture day will be used.
And also, seniors, look out in your email for your senior packets, which was sent out today. This is where you will add your baby pictures, your senior quotes, and extra pictures, so make sure to fill out the senior packet as soon as possible.
As you know, here at WHS, we offer a variety of clubs that students can get involved with and have a strong standing in our community.
Be sure to listen for upcoming activity fair details, as it is a great way to take a look into clubs offered here at Winthrop High School. This week we will highlighting the clubs that have a very successful track record, Model UN and STEM Club.
With further information regarding these clubs, here's Brooke.
Hi, I'm Brooke Danuccio with Wake Up Winthrop, and today we wanted to highlight the various clubs here at WHS as they get into the groove of things. WHS has various clubs to choose from, including Debate Club and Model UN Club. We caught up with some students and staff to give you an exclusive insight into each club, why you should join, and how you could become a part of these amazing clubs.
So Debate Club's a club that meets weekly on Thursdays from 2:05 to 2:45. Where we debate different topics. It can be funny topics, like we've done is Winnie the Pooh, orange or yellow, or it can be more serious topics like what's going on politically in our country at the time, and we discuss them and debate them with each other.
In Debate Club, we kind of discuss all sorts of issues and topics. We go from really serious to really unserious. Like last year we discussed who was in the wrong between Chris Rock and Will Smith. And then we also do stuff that's like Roe v. Wade getting overturned and when like the Kyle Rittenhouse case happened, stuff like that. Really well-rounded, and you'll find like something that you're interested in.
So there are a lot of skills that you can learn from Debate Club. The first is that you can just become more confident in your opinions about things and how to portray your opinions. It's also great at learning public speaking and getting more comfortable talking in front of a group of people. I think you should join Debate Club because I think it's fun. Who doesn't love to argue? But also because you will get valuable skills that can help you throughout the rest of your life, and you can become more informed on some of the topics in our country and what's going on.
You should join Debate Club because it's a great place to come and discuss your opinions and also see like the varying sides of an argument. And then also it's really great for public speaking, like getting that practice in. It's kind of like pushing you out of your comfort zone if you have an issue with that.
So this year I'm most looking forward to our new debate format. The last couple of years we've been doing more of an informal, individual debate meetings, but now we have a more structured. At the beginning of the meeting we separate into two groups depending on like points of views on the topic, and then we have time to do research, and then at the end we do our informal debates.
I'm most excited for meeting new people and having new people and thoughts and viewpoints in our debate. I think it'll be interesting.
So to join Debate Club, you basically just have to show up. So my room, 302, Thursdays from 2:05 to 2:45. I don't have the exact start date yet, but once we do, I'll put an announcement on the morning announcements and you guys will know.
So Model UN stands for Model United Nations. It's a mock United Nations assembly where students get assigned roles to play. Typically they're ambassadors from countries, and they are negotiating and passing what we call resolutions, which are like laws but for the international world. And they work on trying to solve real world problems like climate change, war, security, terrorism, all sorts of things related to the environment, human rights, among other things.
So Model UN is basically like the school version of the actual UN. You debate real world topics, so like that could be like the war in Ukraine, nuclear, war, stuff like that. And it's really good for debating, like just building conversation skills.
It's a really cool club. We try to do simulations when we meet, and students also prepare for conferences, which are competitive, and you go to colleges like Boston College, Harvard, MIT, among others, and you compete against your peers from all over the world, and also local schools.
The best part about Model UN is definitely meeting new people. We get to take trips to different schools for conferences, and I remember last year I went to MIT and met a lot of awesome people. It was really, really nice, and I had such a great time.
So it's a really cool opportunity to practice public speaking, writing, and just a way to immerse yourself into kind of current events, especially at the global scale. So we meet in room 303. We're going to start meeting in October after the activities fair. Room 303 on Wednesdays after school, right after school, okay? So you can catch me and Mr. Demers co-running the club, and we'll see you then.
If any of these clubs have piqued your interest, don't hesitate to reach out and ask about them. That's all we have for this story. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Brooke. Clubs are not only great to put on your resume, but also an awesome way to make connections in the school.
Moving on, our cross-country and football teams have been working hard to have a great season.
We wanted to highlight the teams and see what they have been working on and expect from their seasons.
Here's Wake Up Winthrop's Liam with the recap.
I'm Liam Navary with Wake Up Winthrop. Today, we're going to be talking about the cross-country team and how their season is going so far as they enter in the peak of their season, and give you an update on the football team season as they look forward to a tough Danvers game. The cross-country team has had a good start to the season with senior April Ferguson leading the way for the girls, with freshman Tom and Tamika proven to be a formidable runner on the boys' side. The teams have had some tough matchups against big schools like Beverly and PBD, but have competed well against them with the small team they have. The team beat PBD in a close match at Winthrop's own Deer Island, while the Beverly Panthers proved too fast, beating the team on the road. The squad took on Salem this last Thursday, and they look to keep improving and continuing the season on a high note. I caught up with the cross-country captains April Ferguson and young freshman star Thomas D'Amico and asked them how the season's going for them so far and their goals too.
So far, the season has gone really well. The whole team is amazing. Everybody gets along really well, and I'm just really excited to see what we do this year.
It's hard because we only have 4 people, and you need 5 to win, but we just have to try to overcome that and get the highest place we can, pretty much.
Anything specifically that everyone needs to improve on, everybody's coming to practice, putting in really hard work, and doing really well, and everybody's constantly improving every meet. So, no.
We need to improve on our pace because a lot of kids either go too fast or too slow, and we need to improve on the speed we're at because a lot of kids just don't go hard during the end, they just slow down, which we need to run through the line.
To improve our speed, we're just going on runs. On the weekends, we're going on long runs. Every week we're doing stair workouts, field workouts, hill workouts, just to help us get our endurance up and just run faster.
Personally, when I go home, I run around my neighborhood, just to improve speed and pace, and I'll do the workouts that my coach gives me to improve. My goals for the season are trying to get a sub 19 time because my best time is, I believe, a 19:42. So just trying to get below that is what I want to achieve.
My goals for the team for the season are that everybody just improves and they love the sport and that they enjoy it. And my personal goals are to run well in NECs and in states.
The football team is starting the season off to a great start with a record of 2-1 with big wins against Stoneham and Swampscott. Last Friday, they had a big comeback against Swampscott, down 14-0 to win the game 21-14 on the back of some excellent second-half defense with big stops from Donovan and Alessio. Some key players in those games were junior Nick Capuccio, who rushed for 185 yards and scored 2 touchdowns, and senior Robert Rich rushing for 93 yards with 1 touchdown and the game-winning interception. The team looks better than ever with everybody stepping up in their position and helping the team stride a victory. The team will take on the Denver Falcons next week on the road Friday night. I caught with Nick Capuccio and Captain Evan Rockefeller on how their season's going so far and what they look to improve on.
Season's been good. We've had 3 games so far, 2-1. A lot of people are stepping up, like Seth Sock, Oasis Daniel. We've had a good season so far, and we're just trying to get back for this week, focused on this week.
All season's gone all right so far. We'd much rather be 3-0, but 2-1's not bad so far. But it's been an all right season. Could be some better things, but it could be worse too.
potential to win the black shirt this week. He's been really stepping up on the defensive side at D-line. He's just really putting in the work to get some playing time and put on all the work.
I think that George will win the black shirt this week. He's already won it in 2 weeks, and he's just pouring part of the defense. He plays a big role in it, and I think he'll win the black shirt.
Really focusing on offense and defense, both sides of the ball, because if we mess up on one thing, then it can lead to another bad thing. So we're just trying to focus on ourselves and not focus on the other team as much, because we really control what we do.
We're praying for Friday's game by obviously just watching a lot of film, practicing obviously what they're going to do, seeing how they run offenses, seeing how they run defenses, going full speed. And
Vikings look great and continue to improve on as the season progresses. Make sure to support the cross-country team by going to the next meet next Wednesday against Marblehead at Deer Island and going away at Danvers to support the football team as they take on a tough Danvers team. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Liam. Try to support the cross-country team next Tuesday as they take on Marblehead at Deer Island. Also, make sure to check out the football team tonight as they take on Danvers away at 6:30.
This year, many people have mixed feelings about the new lunch schedule, adding a new fourth lunch, and cutting time out of each one.
We wanted to see what Winthrop High School is thinking about these new changes. Here to investigate this is Rizzo.
Famish, despair, starvation, and hunger. All words we hear kids say when they have the dreaded fourth lunch. I'm Rizzo with Wake Up Winthrop, and today we're going to get down to the bottom of why we have 4 lunches. Come on. People say it may be to cut down on the wandering students, maybe to have smaller lunches, or to keep the cafeteria clean. Maybe even because of the increase of bathroom bandits during the late minutes of 30 lunches. Whatever the reason, the cafeteria and hallways have been abuzz about the big change. Will this increase students illegally munching during class, sneaking off to the first or second lunch? We're going to catch up with Mr. Crombie and some students to hear what they have to say about the fourth lunch.
Why do we have 4 lunches? That's a great question. And I know a lot of students are looking for that answer. And the answer is to best support the students. So we know that having 4 lunches means less kids in the cafeteria at a time, which means that it's a safer environment, it's more manageable, and people have more space to eat their lunch.
I actually like the 4 lunches. I know that you have less time to actually eat, but being somebody who has to do bathroom duty and lunch duty, it does go a lot quicker. You see a lot more kids a lot faster in the bathroom line. Only takes 20 minutes instead of 30, so I'm pro 4 lunches.
I love lunch. My favorite hobby is to eat, so coming to the cafeteria and doing that just really brightens my day, and it is the best part of the school day, of course. So, what about you?
I love mingling with my friends, especially Izzy Rice. Yeah, I love the cafeteria. I love all the extra time that we get.
I love 4th lunch too. You know, just my stomach growling too. I just love to fill it up.
4 lunches. I would say that overall it cuts down the amount of students that are going to the bathrooms as much. The lines are a little bit longer, or shorter rather, so it makes it easier to navigate on that end when I'm on duty. My own lunch is cut a little bit shorter, so that's a little downfall. I have to eat my lunch a little quicker, and I gotta navigate that. But other than that, I think the 4 lunches is just fine. Kids are figuring it out, navigating it one way or another. Change is always a good thing, and you gotta adapt to it. So we got this, 4 lunches.
I think the 4 lunches are great. It gives me the opportunity to see more students, and it's not as crowded, so it gives me the opportunity to walk around and get to talk to students that maybe I wasn't able to do before when we had 3 lunches. And I also think it gives the students more time in the classroom to learn, which is really important.
What do we think of 4th lunch?
Are you guys trying to serve us?
I'm snacking in 2nd period.
We're hungry all the time.
Get rid of the 4th
lunch!
Good. My opinion on 4 lunches, I don't like it, but it's because of you guys. Because not everybody could stay in the lunchroom, everybody had to move around all around the school, so therefore, now you have 4 lunches. So if you don't like it, you should have probably stayed in the cafeteria during lunch instead of going everywhere else. There you go.
I love being so hungry all the time. It also shortens my lunch time. I get less shots up in the gym. Yeah, so it's overall a horrible lunch. I mean, good lunch, good lunch. Thank you.
There should be recess too.
As we can see, everyone has a different opinion on 4th lunch. Students hate it, staff loves it. But get used to it because it's sticking around and it's not going away. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Rizzo. With our last story of the week, we wanted to give a little advice on being at WHS.
Here's Scout with a fun look into how to survive Winthrop High School.
With these past few months being marked the second rainiest summer in Boston, students and teachers alike were relieved to be sheltered at the great Winthrop High School. Little did they know they would be walking into territory that is home to the most dangerous climates known to man. 7 hours a day they roam. No coffee, no phones, no way out. This is Surviving Winthrop High School.
All right, today marks our second full week back at Winthrop High School, and I'm already starting to feel the effects of what they call the school air. Common symptoms include oily skin, frizzy hair, mood swings, thoughts of dropping out, shortness of breath, and acne. Lots of it. I've also been experiencing various strange cravings, specifically for chicken patties and corn dogs, but of course I have fourth lunch today, so I guess that'll have to wait. Right now, I'm currently standing in front of the coldest classroom in the whole building, room 200, also known as the Black Box. I believe that there is a class going on at this very moment, specifically a drama class, specifically an advanced drama class. Thankfully, I came prepared with the proper attire to face such an environment. So, how do you survive in the classroom?
What?
Sorry. How do you survive in the classroom? How do you work through the freezing temperatures? Is it a refresher from the current heat wave we've been experiencing, or is it something far worse?
Well, it's always cold in this classroom, so I always pack like a hoodie or something.
Built. You just get built and like you put up with it, do the stuff, even though it is very cold in here. Like it's like worse than Antarctica.
Or I'm always like huddling up because it's just freezing.
You just gotta pack through it. If you have any layers you can wear, that'd be great. If not, just huddle up and stay.
So, how do you survive in the classroom?
Personally, I don't. I die about every 3 minutes and they just resuscitate me. So, yeah. You know?
All right. All right, I'm here with Mrs. Kalinda, the teacher of the classroom. How do you survive in this classroom?
Survive? I think the temperature's perfect. It's just completely balmy.
Nothing about the complaints about previous students?
No, it's perfect.
All right.
To avoid catching a cold, I quickly wrapped up my interview with the drama students and took a field trip to the opposite side of the building. But I made the mistake of venturing during a passing period, where the hallways are flooded with teenagers, some seeking shelter in the bathrooms and by the watering hole, and even stopping in the middle of the hallway, for some reason. Not only that, it was lunch block.
I guess they were really excited about that breakfast for lunch. Anyways, I'm currently down the hall from room 323, known for its frequent quizzes and lack of air conditioning. You guessed it, it's Mr. Walton's room. I'm here with 3 students from Mr. Walton's room. Tell me, how do you 3 survive in that classroom?
We don't. We really don't. It's really disgusting. It's nasty. Gross in there. It's nasty in there. I don't want to go back.
Does the heat affect your learning style in any way?
Yeah.
I have to take off my sweatshirt when I get in there.
Take off your sweatshirt.
Start overheating, have to get my water bottle, missing notes. Doesn't work out well.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Refill my water.
Alright, good to know. Thank you.
This has been Surviving Winthrop High School.
That was great. Thanks, Scout.
That's all we have for you this week. Have a wonderful weekend, and remember,
Roll Vikes!